Reported destination the championship and Watford. His next employers for all accounts. Four changes to the Rover 11 from Tuesday. Sweden Lecce, Leo Mosso and Mancini returned from suspension, while that Simicas plays off Wesley, who has the fluent. It's the bench. Sole is back in the side, and Reed Dante, this is Ben. It's Lecce Quality with Dybala, Solde and Ferguson in the front three. And, Former teammates on the opposition sides. Mancini wearing the helmet with presented band. Matic is the Sassuolo skipper, one of those that played in the 2023 Europa League final. Asked to do Sebinda. Well, team of officials led by Matteo Mattino. And Lorenzo Maccielli's the assistant referee tonight. As for the Sassuolo side, a couple of changes from a heady defeat to the events list. Torstred is injured. Salipani replaces him. Fadena comes into the side in place of Danieloni. Pinamonti is crying out for goals. Noriante will be a big threat too. On Osama Bobogren and persistent pause this evening. I don't know, Romanista, Red Bull, Roma supporter. On the stadium announcer saying ciao Eduardo. Does 3 kiddies here as well. Just gets Berini's pleasure. Roma hoping to pick progress on the weekend when there are several 6 pointers. I've already seen Cana, Bologna drop points. Into Napoli tomorrow night, not guaranteed it. Milan necessarily winning thirds. An opportunity then for the Giallorossi Hunter. The Sassuolo side, they're out of fun and immediately. Mario Hermoso passing with Sadena. Shakira Gasparini did speak on Tuesday after the win of Lecce. That made a lot of headlines. He did, however, address the media in the lead up to this match. Basically saying that he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he does. Says if he talked, so they asked him about the January transfer window. Well, then report the media that he said he's moaning. And Stepana thought still nay. Sole blocked by Mufretovic. Tsimikas, he can deliver. Good ball as well. And Muharebovic would have been slightly concerned there when he headed that thing out. It spotted it down with his head. That's his former club Juventus midweek. Sabio Grosso is shittery disappointed with Sassuolo's performance against the Bianconeri. And that's in light there. Bestra shut themselves. Did they? Hermoso to play by Tsimikas. Burma making lots of headlines at about in terms of the players then with this man to try and bolster their forward line. Anton Dovbik back on the triplet table. Evan Ferguson hasn't been as prolific as they would have hoped. Tonne borrowed him from Python in the summer. Solé with the switch of play. Dybala. To start again with Girardi, who hasn't seen too much playing time. Certainly benefiting now. Did play against Lecce because this man, when she was suspended, Socha was at Warsaw still to Ebenetti incidentally. But they have to get a couple of medicines. Atuch merely. And the ball back off his opposite number there, Solé. Dybala. Thought back this evening, took spot to Elise Cherry. Leads to a step across. That's a better back pass than the one he did at the Mapelli on Tuesday when he allowed David to score. Another sell by Dybala on Doid meantime. Play on. Matthias Solé. Dybala there with it. Tsimikas calling for it. Sturms Corder. Positives goalkeeping from Woolrich. And now Sadera can run it clear. very true to their principles are Sassuolo. Since 3-3 is part of their identity, they try and play in its interest rather than ball. Despite not being a historically big club, this one not coming from a big city, Serie turned out the anti-opponent sides. The Italians had decided to be unhappy, but Falco's up for side against the Gambian. Just there. Pinamonti played it into his pass. Stibana de Tridena. Sort of Kiric. It's going to stay in play here. Forced and Rossa to play. By Suida. Chedet for Dybala. Now Saleh the Timber Lions. Dispossessed Fanny by Dybala. Pinamonti. Storini unhappy at Soleil turning it to trouble. They did not get any calls on his teammates in time. To be costly. Sassuolo are dangerous in transition. And Sima was for Simikas, that's why it did. Essentially, and did take the way of the Greek, but only on a brief step of that. This is the diving forward and signing Sergeson. Took Kavasta Veronica easy there. So Sassuolo to intercept with Lipani. Cornet just from his fellow Frenchman Lorient, who's helping Peter Heinz deported come away with the ball sadly. Bit also. City casts. Just a back from Sergis, a nice combination. Found Tevic, a foul then, just put out the shoulder of the fullback. Though without several senior players, the sitting inside of so many, some kind of 20 side been promoted for the first team for this minute. One name in particular stands out, Dybala. Zacchini. Dybala pushed away to a temptress area there. Itzes had to keep focused and quiet because Nuric nearly put it on a plate. It's the first real sighted goal. Gianluca Mancini. To left this ball forward. Some Suts and Dybala. Which took a chance there at excellent start to the season, but that wasn't exactly convincing. Goal kept it. Not going to hold it, to push it away to say laterally as opposed to straight back into the danger side. So by Valu Kiric, straight into touch. Pressing well. I'm counting stages to this match. Sore. Well done, Ipani. Paluteri. In a Bunty's layoff. Satin now. Needs some help. Tit for Ipani and Paluteri fell. Possession in tight areas. Some of it they have did. Bunty leaves it for Ipani. I start here the tripping ball for L'Oreal's down. Know what they're doing with the Stews. Saw from each side up from the second tier. So players went. Guto got the players to do so. Mentioned one of 5 matches without a fixed being. Yes, he's monitored sequence, but it also has coincided with some championship matches. None of them have played Milan. That's just Bologna. Assumpta, there's Palmer and Serena have been researching. Sassuolo was meant to win the 3-2, the 3-1 victory around that Puntoon 17 the first week of December. So hold on a month ago. Have a look at this effort. Son Dybala was a routine save, really. It should have been. I'd assume it made it. Just dipped up the shoulder. As Tarek Muharemovic. Ripani. So lovely search to play. Loriente used his shoulder. Or did he? He did, but the ball went spits a touch for Pratt. Just there, run out of pitch. Sidikas. Peacefully read by it says Lipani. Muharemovic. Dybala goes to press, but it wasn't told by anyone else to read. And soon he got up early. Cornet. Still there for the Frenchman. Solet. And he went for the St. Paul. Matic now. Patel by Pisidli. Matic shrugs more into touch. Strange old statistic persists for and there's still no draws in Serie this season. A dozen victories and 7 defeats. Inter on the other side that haven't yet finished to get liver. Difference who's Inter with 1-14 and only been on the losing side 4 times. That explains difference in point study, which is 6 because Inter has still a game of hand. They'll play next week. Perhaps a Lecce Verona next week, albeit in the Coppa Italia out of 16 here against Torino. Dybala turns Cherry. Does exactly that. Seki Cherry. Still down the edge of the park. Orienting. Still wait for Tirati. Udaidi. Dina Montian supporting 2v2. Loriente. That's the ball. Big challenge coming in. That was risky to brother. Loriente has scored here before, a brace in fact. That was a 4-3 win. I think up to 3 years ago, March of 2023. It was Mourinho's Roma. Patic played for the Giallorossi against Sassuolo. Dealing easy with the Neroverdi coach. Another scorers on allocation for Sassuolo. Benardi from the spot. He's out injured at the moment. Dina Monti does play this evening. Here's Ferguson. Took it on early. Came off it says Bizidli. Dybala now. Cornet wanted off him. Still there for the Canadian. Nisman Torre. Both stated play. The rubber at possession. Soler. Chimmy. Bizidli. So Ferguson holding it up well. But not Simikas. Soleil calling for it at the back post. Torre. Easy for Loriente to intercept. No Antikuvcha about there, but Sims intent on blanking it to the seats of Muharemovic. Conera the corner. Loriente for Toy. One touch the ball from Sassuolo to beat the press. Josh Doy. Potued by Cherry. Didn't show his versatility to his team. Infrequently as a back chick. Those partners are back 3. He's playing it, so we can bat this evening. Sidikas. Straight to Modic. Don't tell me Ferguson's got a problem. It might just be a knock after Platter from behind. Pulled in the pull up. You know, that's up against Chini. Dybala. Now Cherry. Soleil. Muharemovic aggressive. Soleil keeping the ball, but drop of the shoulder. Dybala now. Sekic. Sodoi Tripani. Assist for the knock. He could have been direct. This time to settle by Mancini. As to previously swing with Monti. It's just where Ferguson got the knock from Jade says. It's a big ball. It just missed it medium. And that will be on the back to the side. The glutes. Seems to be the latter. A little bit higher up the anatomy. This is the real tail overrunning it. And it step past Mancini. Just it's up there. So they're allowed the Italy international to Italy. What they can't afford there is stop the count injured. Short and practiced as it is. They've got a hit on the bench on Sadio Arena. Probably 2009. He went to 17 in Australia. Top touch. And that makes all sorts of thought options. This midfield side, Joshua Zidze might be 20. The Giallorossi change it from Manchester United ships. They dispensed with their head coach, the Neroverdi. Chipmore Aspadori is reportedly close to sign it. But it is cold, and that was a little late. So they'd say, so you can understand why the Irishman is moving gingerly. Doesn't look too serious, but having received treatment, he does have to come off and respect the protocol. The absurd of Gasparini's face. It's publicly praised. It's at the 9-3-10. Son of Dan is in the capital, presenting the ownership route. So that might be more significant than the 36 points that are both to the table. No way through that outside in Anthony, quarter of an hour. That's it. Spatter B. Runners L'Oreal's the outside to it. It's difficult. The left to be put there, but the diagonal defensive foul. We have to cart Tovia man. Mario Hermoso. Dolls have been a problem to Roma, but remember to pick up points. Thanks to clean sheets and Mara victories. This should be overly surprised to see the scoreline. It's playing it pro, cutting. There's what they want. And here's Mario Timmer and puts it right on the follow-up. Should pick opportunities for the visitors. Speed on it, the first save, L'Oreal Tim didn't hit the target. And remember what went wrong defensively there. Caught it, bending his run, Dilante playing him on. Credit to Svidar for making the save and having located the opponent, having gone it out of his feet. And the expensive L'Oreal said so. Hit the target there instead, tried to label height. $1 settled the reverse fixture. That was Dybala. And on match day 8, end of October. No sound by Matucci Obsheme. Dominic picks up the two. The progress in for Josh Dolly. Sheedy steps in. So this is touches loose. Matucci, best boot players on the pitch. Since that has split second longer than so many of his peers. Sign of a good regista. Rusty from Conahead. Sabio Velsa's reaction there was telling. Pinning his hands in his technical area. To the easily got wrong. Not by Murat. He's given away there. Could have just made it to a teammate. Decided to take a touch on his chest. And Manuel Pinamonti to win back possession. Doi serves 50-50 with Daniele Girardi. However, need a bit of energy from somewhere. Desperino trying to provide it, but his mere presence in his technical area. Ferguson up against Ditzes. And was tripped. And a really impressive centre-back pairing now of Jades to Tarek Moed in it. Although we saw that against Juventus on Tuesday. We'll have a sport in our double. The Juventus is first. Jonathan David Stone having an option, a short back pass to mid-sids. Oops. And away by Lawrence. Just a team connection money needs that to show to forward. Then after these are considered the same weapon. There are times when you can take a touch or two, and there are other occasions when you need to be a little bit more circumspect. Palotieri. Tony. So, not done Sadera. It is not the ball to Silikas. But also saying there was a foul. Sole any time for Roma. Away from Matic. Sole. Sherry. To Father in space. Had ball against the Turkey in special. What Turkey is trying to say. Does feel very hot there. Smoke the shade off point. Out to wrist of Shelling, not help by distracting, which side it not good best. How theory, Pio Nancy calling for it. Telly's the other side for Loriente, not Pinamonti on the move. The section last night, Gini took it away from him as opposed to it through his path. Sassuolo showing they can be deadly and chances should. This is neat. Today, and also there, shooting shots perhaps. Still, Tiasson. All right, Tarek Khaled. Struck very clearly by the Argentine. It was swerving and dipping. Yesterday stepped away from Fadena. Cuts across it a little bit too much. Swine sets it away from Pell as opposed to towards the target. He remains his side's top scorer, Matthias Sole. After a dozen goals across all competitions, 5 of them have come in Serie. The starter of that fixture. This being caught by Thaddeson though. How much side goals breaks then you have that brace against Delta. Super pass from Chelik that is in the Lorient there. There's that acceleration. Players putting his shirt. It might be a card as well as a break-in. So the Lorient is asking for, and Flanagan does indeed have his name taken. 3 a tactical foul there from the France midfielder. No, they don't have any players in the starting 11 who are putting away from suspension. Was plenty to ban recently, and Chilean had also Nate Shankly censored the Sudmer. Sassuolo are concerned about Haramovic and the ball here getting a yellow card. So to Doi. It's up towards Pinamonti. And Chile's header wasn't the best. That one was Motivitsu. Dibani. But Mossa takes charge. He's put Fadena there. Flick Sassuolo. Spaniard saying he didn't mean it. Could get out of the way, but so they clearly played the ball. That does feel a little excessive. Yes, it was trips Fadena, but there's no real intent to do any harm there. It's late to the ball, and Gasparini say, "What on earth are you up to?" Hope it inside him all. Use of mystic language. I see will argue that that was high, so centre-back. Now Gasperini's talked himself into a portion. Until Martino coming across to book of the head coach Lucas Derry is made aware of suddenly by Matteo Mapitti, the fourth official, and now Gasperini is saying, just calm me down. From some low yellow cards to 3. So that the representatives in barely more than a minute there. Tordan did most of the fouls. Gasperini's a dissent. Then they need to keep their cool. What's the white shirts in the box here? Rolling up to his ball in. Sons of Matic, start definite. Street on Zobi's toes. Going quickly through the crowd of players. Sassuolo supporters enjoying their night so far. Antis did well to tee up Fadero. Street on tougher use we opposed. So the goalkeepers do. Noyelte with the corner. Solé gets it clear. Doi plucked it into the banner. Sunikas nearly won it. Might hit dead there, the Greek. Doi was speedy. And Sexo Basedi. Sicked on by Pinamonti. Plane's got down at pay. Basetsu. Folk proud them to keep going. If it's a headage, either referee has to stop play. If it isn't, it's under no obligation. Unless it's deemed to be a serious problem for Ismail Kone. And has exactly the point that Mancini's making. Well aware of the law to the game. Seemed to be an elbow in the pad. Something out of the Antone. They lost a couple of 6-pointers recently. They were beaten by Juventus. They lost in Bergamo, the first game of study here. So a resurgent there side on the Serie Paradino. Did however beat Tobo here with the December. Dawson Wesley. Particularly under pressure for Turin. Well, heal out the Shinny. Ibana. Visible and lose possession there to Gardo. It was fouled by Muharrem. Sone, but more so. Hands for Sibidas. Santino working hard to preserve Mario and also Fadel is at the bench. That's a particular pattern so far this evening. Kone could find Pinamonti to intercept. Strappy inside it. It says what is called give it a calm. Pick stayed at herd. Dybala. Solid in space. There's Dybala again. Should as I did to try and see Gidley. You need that rather than creativity, ingenuity. No steam. What's become as a football team is predictable. Kina Monti holding up really well. Under pressure from Mancini. He's up on that, holding his face. Sterling on to keep an eye on this evening. So, he's done on there. That's Pazzetto, said Tanacimi. Absolutely Pazzetto. To be brushed on his chin by top side as Dinamonti's hair. Chile needs to be better than that. So, roll that for it. the suggestion I have to be able to take. You know, remember, it's first rip, but I'm not the club here. During SerieA gets the Bariani. SerieA is the not. It's just brushed lightly by Pinamonti. Chip. Dybala. Sole asking a lot of him and indeed Dybala to pick up possession and make things happen. Obviously it's been a static as now the auto service. Mario Mossa breaking the lines. Ferguson was on his heels and now Boharedovic to intercept. Rusty Sampone has been closed. And he shuts there in the back there to start to put some pressure now on Mario Correa. Sunik told not to give any back chat in the direction of the match official. It's the way he threw his hand up. Dostas Simikas here. Won by Buric. Temos Pilas the last one, if it is on as well. And once he continues to battle with Mancini, Dybala, once he won the ball back, it's come to Dybala again. Atip does something on it. Owned by Boharedovic. Still out the away. Owned by Mancini. First ball for Pemenic. Silently, this evening, takes control. Rialdo hits the square ball for Simikas. Signing other mates liquid rubber this month. So Juventus and Genoa defender that was she. From the Spurs in England. Giovanni is going well with Verona. So Austin cash in on their best players mid-season. If there's a market. No, they need a centre forward really. Dybala on the half turn. They did. Ferguson is 35 gone in. Dybala again. Talutjevic cut it out. Fadera. Paradis Falutjanic. So sort of numbers again here. Fadera. Lorionte trying to get the run at that time. Onto Pinamonti. Lorionte. And Chini cleaning handball. As they agreed with him. Absolutely. Possible counter attack that Sassuolo didn't make the most of. Chatero Gasparini, something mad. Answer game. And that's a similar decision to the one Soradips Chevit, where they rot, so his associated consistently until Havchanadon. Dybala, Dizidni, on to Celik now. Sole takes over. Aitafari by Boharedovic. Dizidni, Simikas wants it. This is Kone. Now it's Simikas. Counting it out of Pjanic, sitting. Sunikas has won it back. Celik. Dybala showing for it. Dybala. It's behind Duzibni. Certainly scrappy play at times. Kone. Mario Bosso Cotton. Dybala considered the shot. Simikas. Sole making the run. And expect the ball to top his way over the shoulder of Joy. And so he didn't control it properly. You know, the really laboring in the final third. How the back cross by any means should cost us Simikas. Fans. Sole might have missed controlling because Joy heard partial pumps that with him. Not quite worried. This time Pinamonti does connect. Woher enraged. Deep balls of Tadena. Touré under pressure. No problem to the Canadian. Ismail Corday. Great run is. Turned down Doid. Made an intelligent run. Pane wanted him to make the underlapping run. Outside to it. Dybala. Dilavdi was Trent. But let's do a recap of the results so far of the SerieA Saturday draws. Stevie Gallia won all the pitch between Kalma Bologna and Podmanici Stegen Jutsu did Estepesa. Kelly. Sunday. Working miracle. Fighting Simicast. Studicast delivers Deepa. Behind the air by Potarevanich. Sterik. Bizidnid. Bada. Pitini's cross put is put mistake recalled. Much better from Roma. That's what they need to do. One touch football to put Sassuolo out of position. And so this who's got 2 goals those last 3 games, netting 83 and 4. They see the ejectics and pace of St. Hathaway cross. Ferguson got across the front of it, says it nearly connected as you would have liked, just got underneath it or that of a team's connection perhaps in the end. It's the second time he's gone up a knot. It says putting his body about. It's that same glute. You wonder why that's an injury was carrying. So El Tarawi is one of those junior players on the bench, and there aren't too many of those. It's time Casperini is going to go to the false 9. Only one of the 3 could play, and El Shanawi, Dybala, or Solde. All the talk is spin about. We're at the Babs. Breaking the season low that they have. Fully in fair for Ferguson, fed the bang. But I don't think this scene in the real obvious goal scorer. How they could do with a recruit. Aspedoris. Opposite Brensol, really. Or is the XA? Let's say here they end up with, sure, by the end of the month, but they're here and now, as Asperini said, the matches are now. It's the captain of Sassuolo, one of the best operators, bro. Looking outside alongside Tadio Anieri. Cadler in the net. So then Ciala, she's revenue officer. Matic. Vipani getting forwards. Matic. Sadina. That's the goal because there was no one in the box. Just attention. It had been found wanting in terms of getting players into the penalty area. It doesn't look good to the Irishman. Surely there's only those to increase the chances of us seeing the player born in Chitarson at 9. Antonio Arena, the Giallorossi. Dybala typically doesn't last 90 minutes. And El Shaarawy has to come on now to relieve Ferguson. Then it will be one of a kids for the Premier League in the second half. Did happy. So Ferguson comes off. El Shaarawy is on. Did well as for Roma. Topic already missing through injury. The likes of Paley and Baldanzi and Pellegrini all out. Understood playing centre forward. We shall see. Dybala winning a corner. 7 to play until the break. Dybala with the corner. ForzaRoma dropped distance. Loyalty is quick. And Scenario that's 7 yards head start. You can see he's not quite warm yet. Didn't have the chance to complete a full warm-up because of that injury of Ferguson. So that spread one of help there. Chile in the capital. Sole. Chance by Fadena. This is Chile. Dybala now. So Chile. Then by El Shaarawy. Goalkeeper of Sukalantay Mose. Muric. Well, after Ferguson went off, Itse seems to have done so. As he pulled the muscle. This is rather surprising because Sassuolo very rarely had to do without him. What he did awkwardly there. The Indonesia international. And Sanju's up against Napoli on MatchDay 1. He's been ever present since the start field minutes. Every Savine Friedkin. So it's going to be okay. The big hitters at Serie and Ferrara. Senior advisor to the ownership group, Tanya Ranieri, Michel Di Massara there as well. Ron and Friedkin currently in the Italian capital. That's why they need to put the hits together in the Southwest course of action. He had the point sign Dybala. He's strong enough to hold off the Argentine. It's not just striking position, as mentioned. Trying to shoot his centre back. Giovanni is. That was a number 10 than anything else. Well won by Doi. Yoriolte, Pinamonti, and Shini in quickly upon him. Oriolte cutting to their better players this season. It is. Halukeric. Been a lump of able to holding lots to see. Casting Halukeric. Oh, so lost him. Charlotte's patrol, especially up the moves. Tana, Chile, running away from Toy. To relent. Chile. Music to Boric. Bob took all the pace direction off the cross. Reminder, brother, have a Roma League game. The way this game is going. Smale Dobbs are stalemate. Still very early though. So more than a half to play. Can't talk crucials just yet. Simicas. Rotivic. Sudden the door shut. He has conceded a corner out of previously. Given away it needed his throw. Sound of position whip. This came across. It says that's okay. Deep up the corner. Son for the Shaarawy. But to power. In a blue direction. By Matic. Cornell was Tabridge there. Piney Pani. And a collie. He's in the pressure. Matu just wanted. Now he needs some help. So I let him as ever. Serbia be sealed up. He says, put it in. Moving it on to Sadera. Pinamonti's interested. Fadera. Pinamonti let it run. Well played, Pizzini. Sapanana, Zulkeripani. Soleil. Hadanovic got it out to the ball. Simikas. Torre. Still Torre. Solid. Paul Sharawi starting to wander. He finds Kore. Paus Dybala just behind him. Doy did carry it. Pinamonti, Matic, Sadera. Doyd's free on the far side. 3 added minutes. He's had a couple of breaks in play for injury. Anu Sadera. Vosso again unhappy. I think that Sassuolo didn't move the ball quickly enough. He's getting frustrated. Some disgratuitous possession from the Neroverdi. Toy got the pressure. So to the party. Shellit's in a lot of pain. Tone has the ball. So he parties challenge Obseki Chile. Matthias Soleil. LP. Oh, Shellit, I'm so lead in the virtue of the referee for card here. Lucanipani doing partridge inside. Just there. And the look of Matic pitching off. Pizzini does all another turn. And this was Pizzini attractingly buried. Stopping him and storing what might well have been his first Serie goal. Tuch. Those out by Dybala, at least not initially. Risky to Matic. Slightly lucky the ball broke the toy. So the 300 minutes have been played. This time Woodage going down it. Not shooting with the head down. PC did. Soler. Shedder. His body. Sydney can survive it. Sydney curse. Value to illustrate the block. El Shaarawy need time. Mario also getting involved. El Shaarawy, he was onside. That's nice on for Dybala. A sit Dybala, a shot Dybala stores there. It's a shadow of himself on the bottom. Stood the shot. El Shaarawy was offside in any case. Lovely dummy from Sonet. Dybala didn't strike with any conviction, wouldn't have mattered. This was City Cats failing to be on his toes. Indelible. Clearing up the world in first half in the capital. Top too many opportunities. Villa did make a big save. So deny Kore. Woodage had very little to do. Verma had been under par. Sassuolo could yet cause a shock here. Happy Olympico. The halftime score reads Roma 0, Sassuolo 0. Roma and Sassuolo as the visitors who'd had better opportunities. It's Biswell caught. There was 1v1 with Speedo. He was denied. Finally, the Roma keeper at the positive it's very so must be said. But they still have the hearth and support to put that right. Esperini was strongest squad. He wants his options in the final third to be busted this month. That's hoping that Asana can get some deals over the line. So Toro have a back on and possibly shot around the hink. So up to Tani heading to left. The lead sees the stop plenty of time. There was open Chet. Shripani dispossessed by Chedak. No check with quite this time. We did the first pass. Absent Bishop. Eben so is turning off, but it's to this man on the ball. Alpshot away. Pacing hand. City Death Dukes chase mid-side. Tempo is by. It's this. Sure. Dybala. Better attracting him. Didn't wonder where the goal to come from Roma, but again, they're pretty rock solid defensively. It's Solé. Toy was helped out there. It's backing him up. So Sop and Chibi's had the better of that exchange at Pit onto. Then again, Sassuolo centre forward has always had the support he needs from the wingers, but then in here and Nordi on down the near side. Morning starts it on. Now onto the flicker towards Fadena. Let's hear Solé. Upsetting. You head over to stand your crest of Dybala. Sugi wants an option. Mario on more up to top off. Sally finds Codan. There's busy beat. Cherry. Solane. Usti square ball. He got it away from the pan. He got out. El Shaarawy paced the build up this from our side. Subi Dast. Delivery. Muhademovic away. To send off nearly bounce. Ryan take on that has not shed it. It just seemed to dawdle and delay. decidedly. The third game in there's many competitions from rubbers. The FullMatch sharing its Saturday Stuttgart MatchDay 7 as the Europa League, the European League phase comes to a close. In Greece, it's Panathinaikos. Lipani, Santena. Already headed the ball in wide. Sich corner. Doig running inside, stretching the pitch. The Lorient set. Lorient set. Cornet's cross. Behind Sardina. Because so Taspanini might have plenty to say after this game as he does speak to the near about that. Number 9, Solan for Dybala. First touch, doesn't good enough. Don't often say that about the Argent side. Shed it. Dybala now. That's his busy lead. But ahead. Desired me. El Shaarawy for Dybala. Spoken annoying at CityCast. Panajevic with the block. Brother Tamake. CityCast. Konya. So there. Bypassing his lead. Zeki Chede with the Paulini. Easy for Moharamovic. To Salu Pasho clearance to me into the Bosnian. Rossa said, we need to keep our shape, become the meds. Jasper Edie's very good. The good job to stay the game. But certainly, staying the contest of far. Chipping to win at least at corner. Digara. I'm starting to FootballNight. Sassuolo after ball. Colette. More on the shop they need. I think play for Kira. The Honey too strong for Pizzuti. Now Lorient past Russell. Played with the White. Dybala stays down and the second out to check on his condition. So the opted paid La Jolla. Well, it's a clear 1,000. Matic, it's a big start hour. It's just on calling it in Italy with something broken English. Step button foot. They shot on him basically. In behind, he goes Filipani. It's a long way outside, but would have been raised had it been meted. Outside line there. One Slobodzic Tama Bologna. 2-each finish between Udinese and Pizzi's Milde on here. Between RomaVsSassuolo on the back coast. When we look at MatchDay and it didn't see a single hug with. Dybala now. Blood in which to maneuver. Still there for Dybala, brother. Oh, Shaarawy. And CityCast. Just about to hit the target. It's the biggest opening gain for Roma by some distance. And the Greek has wasted the opportunity. Dybala causing problems. Alstier Soleil played it in. Sassuolo didn't deal with the danger. Zvibani's shot hits. Eventually, Al Shaarawy shot was blocked by the goalkeeper and Subikas. Had to keep it down at the very least. Had to hit the target. Reminiscent of Laurent Montez. It set in the first half the 3-yard save from Corin. Davis Corin. Now it's Fadera. Fadera's effort. Quarter of Nadio Almosto. Did a Monsi unhappy because the cross that again. Mind is still but a game to come on this Serie Saturday later on. From Bergamo, Atsalat to Torino, Ubana to Torino. Aspellini unhappy at the lack of defensive discipline shown by his team at times. Sidle marking for the Giallorossi. Aerial threats included Matic and Luharevic. Norion takes the corner. Luharevic. This is Doi. Whistle at God. Tarek Luharevic asking if he was the culprit, if so what he did wrong. Asui lends on Mario Alboso on the header. Dilat the Serie, the positive first starts. To be by the teammate. Wrestling almost got this lane, which is why there are some problems from the StadioOlimpico. They'll shut out around the corner. Nunez again. Dybala. To Sharik Shabipani. Dinanonti. You have the pounces on the loose ball. And Soler. To Dybala. Still Dybala. Soler. It's deflected. How is it? Oh, just wrist it. But that has woken up our crowd who are now trying to inspire the Giallorossi to absolutely go. Tells Wesley's Vernie de Fleurs not going to hold him back too much. Just able to start the game. MC shepherded into touch. Now the Sassuolo short SerieA. Actually 32 last season in the derby. Nazio. Sole scoring that stunning goal to Capsana Romagnoli's that now. Giallorossi might be displeased. It's proven that we have policy regardless of absentees. He wasn't at hard on excuses. Let's got a point to the missing short threat by Pato to our other player, Berardi, who's Sassuolo's greatest ever player. Soler, Tunsign Torre, given away to Pisidni. Mancini. Felsharawi hasn't lively since coming on as the first star substitute with. So just picked up that injury. Cut it. Soler. Pisidni. Dybala. Pisidni. Two players on the 20 of the same ball. It was a little big pressure from Sassuolo defensively. Introduction of Wesley will be good. Third Badbury's pushed with plenty of goals this season. 3, the Brazilian. And Stussen it up now. The kids corner. Dybala with the club out. Just the Sone in front of Harabovic. Stimmy out. Pizzer's up and away. Alright, go to stop that. Dixers off the line. Penalty to Boba. Stolnab is bastards. And it's good bit of breakthrough. They did with it. Wood is just been penalised. Was linked to the one. And even though Sassuolo cleared off the line, today in room to reprise that. Giallorossi disappointed. Sassuolo's part of work undone here. Zini, Woodage, also there. And with the sleeve right there to make the decision. The Argentine got back first, the goalkeeper in. Took him out. Despite Deed says doubling and clearing away. Really is a penalty. So they got back on side. The also said that. And an easy decision. Still after that. Well, they can be checking as to whether it's an offside decision. Which it wasn't. It's a penalty with that. And Chile getting us here, that the delay is all about. Been very quiet, Roma. Epic did it well, and after all the hurdles, we thought that our subplay was offsides. Prima. Stannar mig strålet, the penalty doesn't stab at the element to lucky point. So, decision if none for the top one. Offside. The yellow card remains because it was reckless from Muric. One catch up on his yellow card. It was stood on Herman Neil, Sassuolo Neil. Well, an option to illusion there, but Soler comes in deep. Away by Matthew. Wild set, fun for Cody. Steady smile Cody. He hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Now all of a sudden it's great urgency about Boba. He thought they were going to make the breakthrough. Mr. Juice has the most on play now. It's easy to let him damage. Playing to the kids, gone in. But I did that so the two players at the second Saturday. And you calling of France, who's about calling of Canada. This time for Wesley. Until half an hour to shake off the thrill. He saw someone make a big impact recently. That was Christian Pulisic scoring twice. Having the slow meet up to Linard's win and Serena. Obviously, the Woodage. So Wesley replaces Simicas. Well, I've now used just slots in terms of their substitutes. Those use senior players on the bench tonight. Hobinio, Rich, and Żołtowski are some of the others. There's 5 from the under 20 side. Emanuele Dunni, Nianto Volbiva, Amepa, Satosinus, Henry Metampo, Antonio Arena, we mentioned, and Alessandro Romano. Sanulic poured a bow to the knee there. This is how far offside Sole was. Well, it's very marginal indeed, isn't it? This is a left boot. Much to the dismay of Ryan's free kick. Typically, that was the boost that he spikes the ball with. So, they are coming to the rescue of Sassuolo. L'Orient's in. Away from Kira. Sort of weekday. Some L'Oreal turn. Can also hit that if Kira. These you're not telling Shaddock to get it to safety. It's a tall kick in the end. Had a easily gone up to Roma. No one else there with terrific acceleration. Tight area there. Credit to Zeki Shaddock. And then Kira struck right between the eyes by Sharuka Machibi. El Shaarawy, better. Wesley's first involvement. Sutuvcha, the Brazilian. Wesley. Still there from Wesley. For a team, man. Something about us saying he should have done. Dina doesn't it selfish. Doik. Tony, Swapi. Beats I'm happy. El Shaarawy couldn't steal possession. Sadera, beaten sooner by Mario and Hasso. Still at also. How I sell Shaarawy. Torna, that's it. That's what he said that Sassuolo had against him. It seems he was right about that. 23 points, 11th position, really good. Falls at a newly promoted side. Dybala's corner. Muharemovic away. Hosling. Suffered too much in a hurry there. Some players shooting when they're worried about possible transition, but was a big close down aggressively by Sassuolo players there. With Sweden, Toyo Krixtid, Gasparini chatting. Did the message you pass it to, but shakes Bing. Number 68 is the number you need to look out for. That's the jersey that had Ines wearing. Played down in 2009. By Muric. Gini wins the header. Brazili's given it to Lipani. Third side because the top part of Sassuolo's first choice midfield. Domnor me more than Erity, but this tossed that and just absentee due to injury. Sherick. Down to pick up Anti's not the right option this evening, and Chibi's much better than him in the air. Happily better. Soler. And Arsenal had a shot, and Weber having again. Soler in to Wesley. Wesley. Well done, Dipani. A female Poland Usalit keeping tabs out of Shaarawy. Wesley. Satala do have options on the bench. Too many of them are household names, but I need to get rid of everyone who can do the job. Seemingly, not before the great story. And played a neighborhood team in Rome. First ever in the tier Teddy Diddy. Thanks, good to the job. Edict 2. Away by more than 10 minutes. Cherry. Sherry. Dybala. Bizili now. Wesley. Running a Valokietic. Wesley. El Shaarawy. Again. Bizili. Dybala. Still Bizili. I did well. Still there for Wesley. Roma. Thanks to Fadena. And Ossi's past him over. Fadena told to get to his feet. Wesley. Dybala. El Shaarawy now. So we're very congested on the edge of the box. He's in there. But again. I think Sterling Sassuolo to push out instead of the squeeze on over here. And also El Shaarawy. Cherry. Sole. And see the runner Cherry. Here is Ricky Cherry. Dybala. Still there for here. Strength to the keeper. Just needed to place it either side. Is the goal coming to Roma? Alshini and style Pinamonti inside. Desperately, I'm sure, would argue, and doesn't necessarily have the attacking options to win the game. So, screwed his best, at least to keep a clean sheet. So, names we just mentioned for Sassuolo are coming on. Vitamoro, Lanwich, Zazaks, and Kedira. This was what they just had to place it either side. Muric couldn't believe the ball. That is right. This is an excellent save, though, for the Sassuolo keeper to deny Dizidni Sigurdsson. Woodridge understanding what's the treatment. He's still got the mark on his knee. Won't just be delaying the substitutions in case they need to bring on a different goalkeeping option. There would be Stefano Ciurati, second choice. Sassuolo want to make the change now. They'll get the opportunity to introduce some fresh legs. Also, make an impromptu team talk. It's almost a timeout for Studio to London. So, Franks, Forley, Pani. Kedira presumably to Piemonte in. Was Sadera coming off there. So two up top and that's Sassuolo against both Piemonte and Kedira are centre forwards. Onelte will stay wide. Going on 10. My play is a 10 actually. It could be a 4-3-1-2. Hell, that makes sense. We'll see. Hello, certain excuse it is with the Eternal City, especially if you combine it with simple. Kedira's swimming bang high wings, so maybe it is still the 4-3-3. Just still ask him to play in that channel. Yes, Sassuolo 5-gate was without a win in SerieA, given away by Moritz to Dybala. Pell shot at Nathan Losling. Just the goal cross to the outside of his boot. The time, but so what I was saying, sides without a win in SerieA, don't destroy. The way at Roma would certainly be a positive result for the Neroverdi. By Somna just here. And Chini's header. Stein Sole. That's it, too strong for him. Disaster for us. Dispossessed by Pone. It's Sole slipped to Kruh. Dybala was 1v1 with Moritz. Kone needs on. Wesley. A double up on hit. With the race. Kedira thirds. penalty did really come out of nowhere. Substitution, which be given with holding the third after. Became apparent this Sonnet was offside. And asked him to go forward there, but the passing there was slapped off by Lorient. Here, just an upward. It's the ball. Well by StadioOlimpico. Will head up a bit away to tracking him up. Frats. The more physical midfield that Sassuolo with right alongside Matic. Tony and Neroverdi. But a wonderful team of officials this evening. They've all taught names for surnames departed from our assisted video assisted referees. Deep in, nobody goes by Marco as first name. Stop misses. Gennaro Mondi, Monaco, Marchetti, and Maggioni. Together. Shot at the half door. That's better. Ivana at the top shots. Can't so understand rather not wanting to offer him a new deal. Exactly, Cherit's contract expires in the summer, so to that of no, it's so Pellegrini and Stefano Sciarapoli. Those low players soon would probably head back to their parent clubs, the likes of Ferguson, Bailey, and Tsimikas. Dybala's corner. Fedina's there. Advantage for Valukeric. Time and space for Cheney. Still second Cheney. Dimaggio Thakar. Still Cheney. Now Soleil starting it up. There is the plate side. Hadlolos against Nellini. That night of Torre has started to add goals to his game. On target against Genoa. And he gets the all-important now tonight against Sassuolo. Maybe up five. The nobody gone. The Chenica total. Though with a quarter and Harabedi, the Giallorossi do get their noses in front. Well, Michelin advantage for Sassuolo. Valukeric over ran in, and then it was all about the poise of Cheney. There's lots of quality from Soleil. Started to get up. There was so many queuing up, and in the end, Adam Correa between two defenders to guide it past Moric. But long awaited goal comes in front of the Club Bazzoon. And Roma now surely on their way to their first back-to-back victory, 6th November. Ranieri enjoyed that. So too did Correa. They see him as complete midfielder. Then they can't pick up. And to like a ball that I'm sure would have to be out there. No, soon be out on the side of the pitch. Who be not in Italy. Those 300 to have that. Grenade to the city. Due to the regulations. And Italian sport, he can no longer play in Serie A, but can continue streaming elsewhere. I mean, he had a really poor record so far, but so recently he scored 2 goals for the club. He's now got 2 goals in his last 4 appearances. They were delighted to keep hold of him in the summer despite big interest from Inter, a Serie A rival. And then up a second, so there. Who got the assist, he put Mostard his name to the score sheet. I'm going to win such a rubbo about this is where the Gasperini actually with so few options as centre forward. Cherry. Andy breaking forward is his Kappa. And Sona makes it so. They've had to wait a while for the first. They've not been made to wait on to the second. And having cheated up the first, Soleil scored the second. And it surely seals the points. Did out these Jerry. Plenty of praise for his role in the goal. Found the top scorer up. That's another one to his tally. Sitting across all competitions, half a dozen in Serie A now. So the gifted Matti Sone. Giallorossi with the give and go with Shelly. Then he just put it into an area. Great awareness. Some El Shaarawy to back in it. Sone could have easily gone for God himself. Realised Sone was better placed to do that. An unguarded net. And a Shaarawy with the tiniest of flicks. And for Sone, simple. The two of the goal scorers. And Sassuolo's did go right. He's not going. It's going to be half a dozen matches now without a win. Just started to tie up. It is the Oriente. Torre, Nobalte again. Charlie Sone. We'll talk about 1-0 wins for Rome. Instead, they've scored 6 tonight. Put appetite for more. It's a corner. The top and out of the Giallorossi. El Shaarawy. He's simply completely mixed his kit. Still there for Conan. Now Wesley. Great second half display this. They didn't panic. A state card. Al Mario Hermoso breaking forward. But they get a shove inside the box. Dybala picks up the who's spawn. Dybala. Letting White Hassa to the top. One of us started Herbert playing champagne football. Might have just looked to switch. Duda took a chance there. It's so big to believe that Echo Hospital let down similar to the submission of first half. So this is a real boost for Rubber. But the Sassuolo just died there. Here's their full opponent hurt. Substitution sound weren't aware that the game is essentially over. They are in action again next week. They play away happening. And some technology and Roman reading on the cabin. So Border Giallorossi, Zerb So choice players getting a breather for what remains. Pinamonti and Cornet. Perhaps Oriente and Beach. But as things stand, after we drop points at the hopes of Verona on Wednesday, remember, now they're going to pass the Paptimo play, albeit having played 2 games more. Play the very challenging match tomorrow night away in Inter. I'll guarantee that Mina not necessarily win in Florence. So this is the game that Roma thought they had to win in the Albany. Mal comfortably. And then just good match for Roma's points tally. So Posti, it's been prepared meantime. It's just an action at home. Tim's Cremonese have won there. That's the final there. On MatchDay 20. Chiellini stopped now. Sone. Tipped. Chiellini couldn't control. Sone. Sole. Asidad. El Shaarawy, Dybala, absolute ship, I think. Went it up as a pass for El Shaarawy, or he was trying to dig. What it was the Roma option. Patic. Stoic to want to win. Sassuolo's next victory is going to come. Napoli away next. Dybala's won it off Matic. And Hatic to Dybala. Yellow card to the Sassuolo skipper. Hope against Cremonese would be a good opportunity. They play Pisa away after that. And early February, we're still waiting to the kickoff times to be concerned. So that puts you to the round and the ones after it. Then Sassuolo heads Italian, so unless they beat or Pisa, they might be waiting a long while. With us from much stretch into double figures if they're not careful. Suddenly going to go to 6. The rest I can then probably score 3 goals here. This evening, Dybala. Sorry, Setsu Kore to Pizza. Dybala. Still there. Way by Natic. Thierry. Expected to be there to start Mossy. Hodges rather top scorer. He's out running. He's 2 minutes to Sapiro Stopola. Nati so that. Get it. Bosak by it most of them was the volumes right. A bit better to my Sassuolo than they were against Juventus, but so not the defeats at it. And that's without scoring. They're really missing Berardi now. Subs being Chile cell. Thone. Sal by Cadiris, the assistant on the far side, who gave that particular decision. So, the strip is towing off Richard Posti. So the evidence perhaps that he sells the game as Holland Gasparini. Chevy coming off the red. Shamil can see one of the Britnavana kids. Sandro Romano comes on. Then this is Romano, who is the skipper of the Red Primavera side. Set and taste stop. That's setting half a hit. Seems to be a bit of minutes in the winner bed shit. She's both trouble. It's border trying to get trouble. I said, well, it's up. 60 Pablo. Great to see it lasting. Right dividends. Pomano. Is it a? So many players coming through their academy, rather. So one doesn't insist they has. It's pretty Fontana these days. Doing. Still shoving about, but it's Slotovsky. And so on. Here to give it away to Adam. Rich to the final minute. The good second half display from Roma that were very fine. The opening 45 minutes, they have 8 chances. The respective Hamas didn't need the penalty in the end, but overturned after it was initially aborted. Pounced him, Kone, Sole, Patu. Dybala's one about. So to slip in El Shaarawy. Very nearly succeeded as well. Outage for the pressure. San Fernando this time. Boy. Dilappi. Super Sassuolo deleted. And it's tech to eat games. So we know away in it. Milan here. Term seed for the month. Good tough test for the Rossoneri rubber with Hanselish business. Then Sadek signed after the reverse fixture. And the penalty saved. To now denied by Benio. 5 minutes then still to play. Kamini keeps him in play. Brought down by PC. The height steal to PC Lee. On the outside of his bird. How to be better served. Striking with his vest. Passing over the approach plate. Soltowski away. Rich is out. Dybala. Still Dybala. Matic up the pressure. Sound by Romano. Another potential lesson today for Fabio Rossa, still ready to the early stages of his pitching career. So part of the learning curve. They're going to be favourites tonight away rather. Pedmoso, Tone, Dizidli, Vamana lets it run. Dybala. Red. Took Dybala cross. Dybala's Kappa. Pedmoso. Coming. Should have had his second. Still needs to work on his finishing, Manu Tone. To really have had a shoot this evening. Went to the top corner. Just listed it beyond. Didn't need to play with such fine margins. Tesperini appreciative nonetheless. Clearly seen the improvement in Kone's game. That's that it is. Turned lots of midfielders into goal scoring midfielders down the years. And the Constanti and Bergamo. Šurić was always very productive. Hogmaiders had some dominating campaigns too. Alvin the third of Martin Kone. It's his other side. Dinati was being pondered, but play on. Derini. Stis Gazemist. Matic. Kiridic. Turns the look trace. Morshaw. Still having minutes remain. So we're to pursue a third. Stefan El Shaarawy. Wasteling. Chucky Matson Yanoni. Good to see there's still chanting and cheering. The medal led you supporters. Still marked for one thing, huge support. Southern House and Chapman and Rupert Sands. Mario Edboso. Both should display from him this evening. This in the Dybala. Continues Brett. Davis Catul. It's Stefan El Shaarawy. Then the flag goes up against Red. She won't count. Just as he began to celebrate. So the smile is wiped off his face. Dybala delayed the pass a little too long. It's clearly half start. Finish was exemplary. There is all null and void. 10-yard band when Mancini went off. And also, DC the Sustamano, Dybala. Want to pull that in. He's up shut out away. Determined just for this time. Hell shut out. Oh, it's the net. Well, to get set, just listing the ball beyond Norwich. Brazil shut out. We rolling back the years with that surge of pace away to that advantage. Just put a little too much spurt juice on the board. Terrific second half display, but Roma never quiet, and you have big Floyd side man. Then 2 goals in the space after 3 minutes. First from quarter in Italy from Serie. Pass yet another clean sheet in the Roma. Make it back to that wins for the first time since November. They're up into third, albeit having played 2 more matches than that, but they do look like a team that can challenge the Champions League football. They didn't have a good pick off. Roma 2. It's a Sassuolo 0.
Go, go, go.